Alright, Death Note fans, prepare for an American-made live-action full-length film, which has just started production. It'll be a Netflix exclusive movie from director Adam Wingard, who has brought us Outlast and the new horror movie The Woods, which will have Nate Wolff as Light Turner, Margaret Quallell, as I think is her name, as Maya Sutton, and Keith Stanfield, who plays Snoop Dogg in Straight Outta Compton as Elle. I am looking forward to this movie. It will be Netflix only, which is sad for people who don't have it, but of course there are ways around that. Privacy. But he is very good at horror movies. He's a very dedicated director and writer. I think he can pull this off. He's a big fan of Death Note. He's definitely changing things around a bit, but I really can't wait to see what he does. They just started production. They're going to start filming very soon. This is getting made, and it has the money behind it, and everything's backed, and the wheels are rolling. So what do you guys think about this? Bringing a greatly beloved horror anime, bringing it to America, and making a movie out of it.
Oh man, where? No, I was just kidding. But look, as an avid fan of a horror anime, if anybody watches the series, and of course my co-hosts here, they know I express my love for horror anime.
Yes.
My only fear with them doing this is it. I'm more worried about the public's backlash because right now, as you can see with Ghost in the Shell live action, where Scarlett Johansson is playing the main character, who everyone's begging for an Asian actress to play that part.
Same thing with Doctor Strange and the
Yeah. You're getting that whitewash and the backlash from the people instead of just going, all right, let's just see what they do with it. The way Hollywood is anymore, it'll be rebooted in like 3 weeks anyway, so it doesn't fucking matter. So and with this one, it's what was it like? I think it was 20 episodes long or something. Yeah, that's my concern. Whenever you adapt an anime into a movie that's not an OVA, that's not live action, always leaves me concerned with the fact of what are you going to do, because there's so many episodes, there's so much going on in those episodes. So
okay.
Sorry. So are you going to pick only certain episodes and use that as your stomping ground? Are you going to take the characters and totally rewrite a whole new story for a 2-hour movie? How are you going to work it? That's my number one concern here, and that's what makes me nervous.
Okay, to answer two of your questions, one with the whitewashing. A lot of people need to understand something, right? American movies are not American movies anymore. I think Warcraft movie showed that with it being horribly received here in America, yet China loves the fuck out of that movie. That's where all the money for that movie came from, and it's probably going to have sequels now because of that fact. When movies are made here in America, they call it whitewashing, and definitely with films like that Egypt movie that came out, that was fucking whitewashing. Things like
Gods
that.
of Egypt.
Yeah, Gods of Egypt. But things like Ghost in the Shell, you have to understand. You have to have a recognizable star to push the movie and make people who are not fans to want to go see this movie so it makes money. Then it also has to be a recognizable face worldwide to get the international fans in it. Then there's just not that many big Japanese stars to begin with. And like the cast of Ghost in the Shell said, it's not just, she's a white woman playing what would have been a Japanese role. They have Japanese people in the movie. They have black people. They have people from all around the world. It's a very multicultural film, but you have to have a big star playing the big lead. With this one, they are changing up the roles, and I trust the director. He's a very good up-and-coming director with a lot of good projects already under his belt and really good ideas, and he is a fan of the series. Now, I've heard a couple of rumors where this might not just be one movie, but they might make 2 to 3 movies to cover the entire series. So, like, one part of the movie takes place for the first half of the series, and you know what I mean? So they do it like that. I can see it working. I still have faith that he could probably condense it, and they are going to have Netflix's huge bank account behind it. So it's not going to be like a lot of... I love these Japanese anime live-action movies, like Attack on Titan and the Death Note movies, but it's definitely going to have a lot better special effects behind it. And look a lot more realistic and not cheesy, like... Because I know you've seen the Death Note movies. I love them, but boy, does the special effects not work.
They get pretty rough.
Yeah, exactly.
I do not have any.
Yeah.
Well, I never watched Death Note that much. That was one that I watched like the first episode and didn't watch it again. I know that's blasphemy for a lot of people.
It happens. I couldn't tell you how many I've actually done that with. Sorry.
Yeah, if you don't feel it, you don't feel it.
Because I think at the same time I was watching Soul Eater, and that was one that like really caught me in, and I ended up watching like all of that.
See, and I've definitely had experiences like that, where like one anime takes me over from another anime.
Oh.
I know I jumped from we mentioned it just a little bit ago. Sorry if I cut anybody off. I didn't mean to, but you know, a few episodes back I mentioned My Hero Academia. I'm actually looking at more either hero based or, you know, high school / you know, supernatural or, you know, science fiction based animes right now. But
I got a couple for you then.
To not to veer too far from the topic here, because I have a bad tendency of going on adventures, because I don't get lost. I go on adventures. I mean, anyway, but no, yeah, I can definitely see if they're going to do a series, a franchise from this, and, you know, with Netflix backing them, even if it's not like, oh my God, 5 stars, most amazing movie ever, Netflix is still going to be like, look, man, we're just going to let you finish your series. Here's your money, you know, and if they cover the majority of the series with those few movies, cool, great, awesome.
And see, I mean, continue.
Oh, sorry. But, you know, at that same time, though, I don't want it to be... Well, part of me wants it to be like how Berserk went back and made 3 movies to cover 25 episodes. But this is the live-action version. You know, I wouldn't mind saying, oh, well, here's 3 movies covering, or something like, I think, like 30 episode, or 40 episode thing.
Well, see, and I completely agree there. I don't mind that. Even if he's only going to get the chance to do 1 movie, he can still cover the very first story arc of it. And then I bet you it'll have enough fans and popularity that then they go, okay, here, you can make another one. But the thing is, like, this guy knows what he's doing. He is a big fan of the series. So he's not going to, you know, just go in there and try to change shit and fuck it up just for the sake of doing it. So he knows what people love about the story. Yes, he's going to make his little changes to make it more cinematic and more open for everybody to watch. But at the same time, he's going to keep what you love about it in the essence of the show. But on top of that, think about what Netflix has been doing lately. With Daredevil, Jessica Jones, like what's coming out with Luke Cage, that new series that came out a few months back, The Ranch, which was funny as hell with Sam Elliott.
I'm watching that right now.
I know, and that's a great show. It's funny as fuck. But like Netflix is killing it, man, with their productions. And after everything I've seen come out of there for the last 2 years, I full-heartedly give them a chance to run with Death Note, man. Because if they can pull this off, think about what else they could do later on. Like, they can become the place where they can actually do anime movies and do them right, and on a more regular basis.
Just a quick sidebar. I have someone in the background saying, you know, you mentioned all of the Netflix originals, but you didn't mention Hemlock Grove. But, you know.
I did that on purpose because it's not a big fan favorite for a lot of people. If you like the show, like I do, I love Hemlock Grove. But a lot of people had a lot of issues with those first 2 seasons, and it wasn't widely as popular and widely as seen. So I kind of left that out because some people see that as a negative on Netflix. But it was their, like, one of their very first attempts at doing it. And the show did get a lot better as it went on, and I was actually a fan of it. I didn't somewhat like how it ended, but at the same time, sometimes you have to end a show on a sour note to have it mean something.
I mean, and there's growing pains. Like, this first movie, if they do decide to turn it into, you know, a franchise or a series of movies, there's going to be growing pains, and a lot of people need to understand that, especially when you're doing adaptations to this magnitude, you know. And if you look, there's actually another Netflix original right now, which I feel translated awesomely into a anime from a
Seven Deadly Sins.
Oh my God! You took my name.
Yes. Yes.
Sorry.
Such a good
I'm
show.
sorry. I love that one.
Oh, we all 3 love that.
Like, oh
wow.
Yeah, we all 3
sorry.
love it.
Talking for the rest of the show.
I'm sorry. I just heard you talking about it. It's like, I know
Oh,
what
we
he's
knew it
talking
was
about.
coming.
Shit.
And that turned out
Sorry.
amazing. So they definitely know what the fuck they're doing.
He went
Sorry.
after your ass.
I wasn't even speaking English. I'm pretty sure I spoke Klingon mixed with Orc for a second. Damn it.
Cantonese mixed with like
That was
Malaysian.
my bad. That was my bad. I'll take a fall for that. That was just
That was
me
awesome.
getting super excited. I was just like, oh.
I was about to do it too, so I don't blame you. I was like, ooh.
November, right? So season 2 can come, so we can finally meet the last fucking sin. But that ain't none of
Right.
my
Oh, hell yes.
business. But no, yeah, they did an awesome job with that. I think that this is gonna be, granted, you know, Death Note the anime is not a Netflix original. This is still going to be one of their finer things because their originals have come a long way. I found myself watching Knights of Sidonia the other day going, oh my god, this is Netflix?
Another good one, yes. Another really good.
Sadly, ever since I did the same thing. I was like, nah, this can't be, because I watched it on my computer on Netflix, and for the longest time I was thinking, oh, this isn't an original because I didn't see the thing pop up. And then one day it started popping up, and I was like, oh shit, well, it's still pretty fucking good. I'll give it a damn.
And they know how to pull off the anime, obviously, and let alone their superhero films. So give them a supernatural anime adaptation into a live-action film with a full backing of money and a budget of a real film, and let's see what they can do with it, man. Let them run with it.
I'm behind this project.
Amen, brother.
I'm really sorry about taking your thunder from that. I really am.
He was just fucking with you. He was just
I got
fucking
so
with you.
excited.
Oh, I was about to do that. I was literally about to do the same thing. You just beat me before I could get to it. It was like, 7 deadly sins.
There was a whole new round of bass that just happened from that.
I'm pretty sure if there's anyone listening, we kind of might have just like broken their ears.
Oh well, they probably did the same thing.
That's getting put in the highlight reel for this month, isn't it?